So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are doing extremely well, and this is your very own Mascora this side. So welcome to yet another lecture of binary. Hope you are excited to see the playlist, and we are going to discuss the vertical order traversal, right? So in the traversals, like I say that all the traversals are easy, but vertical order, if compared, is the most difficult among them. But we will be solving it in a very easy way, right? We will be solving using this insights. We will be using insights, right? I always say that DSC is nothing but observation, right? Now, how to solve this particular problem? So vertical order traversal says that similar to the level order traversal, you have to do the levels vertically, right? In the level order traversal, you will move in something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then 8, 9, right? But in the case of vertical order, you have to move something like this: 1, 2, 8, 1, 5, 6, 3, 9, 7, right? So for this particular tree, the vertical order traversals look something like this: 4, after that in the next traversal 2, 8, after that 1. Now you can see that 5 and 6 are actually coinciding, because once 1 go to 2, then come to 5, the same position, 1 go to 3, come to the 6, same position. So they are actually on the same position. So the question states that if two particular nodes are lying at the same position in the vertical order, then we arrange them sequentially, arrange them sorted order. So 5 comes before 6, so 5 will come before 6, right? Then afterward the third traversal 3, 9, and at last 7. So this is my particular vertical order traversal for the given tree. Obviously this is the root element. Now the question is, how will you do it? How will you do it? Okay, so as I said, I will be using insights. So if you see 4 is actually on the rightmost. After that 2, 8 are on the slightly left. It is on the leftmost, then slightly towards left, right. Sorry, then middle, then go towards right, then right. Right. So start from the extreme left and move right, and move right, right. And now the particular point I want to raise, that in this whole playlist we talked about that whenever there is a question of binarity, that means you have to solve it using traversal. And what are the traversal I talked to you about? So first traversal is pre-order, second traversal is in order, third traversal is post order, and at last we are going to never forget level order traversal. But like, I'm not able to clearly see that which traversal I can use, because I'm not using any value. I want to do the traversal. So what should I do? So I try to see that if I assign the vertical levels to them, so when the question is asked to me, I only know about the root, right? I don't know what is the maximum width. I don't know where, up till which position it is going towards left, up till which position it is going towards right, right? So what can I do? I can say that let's assign 0 to the root value, that this particular node is on the 0th vertical level. Right? Now, okay, if this is 0th vertical level, if I go towards left, obviously according to the number line it will be -1. If I go towards right, it will be +1. Do that, do the traversal. So if I just do the traversal and do not do anything else, if I try to assign each node a value, then it will be on the -1 side. Then 4 will always be on the -2 side, because I'm going left of -1, right? For -1, when I am going towards right, it will be -1 plus 1, that will be 0 again. 0 towards the left, -1 again. And for this 0, for the root element, when I'm going towards right, it will be 1 again. For it will be 0. For 1, it will be 2. And for 0, it will be 1, right? So what is actually happening? If you see 1, 5, 6 are on the 0th level, -1, both of them applicable. -2 applicable to it. 3, 9 applicable to it. 7 applicable level 2 to it, right? So actually, if we assign the vertical orders by going vertical levels, let me write it down. Vertical levels by traversing, it is actually sorted. But there is a problem. If I give you something like this, that -2 level consists of 4, -1 level consists of 2, 8, 0 level consists of 1, 5, 6, 1 level consists of 3, 9, 2 level consists of 7. You can give me something like this. You can say that answer can be this. But if I only give you -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, can you say, like, Can it happen also 651? You can say that 156 can be arranged in any way. You can say that zeroth level consists of 651. That is, I am trying to say that what if first you can have given 651, right? 651. It would also be a correct level order according to you, but it isn't. But it is not, right? 156 is the correct order. So a lone zero is not capable of giving me 156. I need something else. I need something else. Okay. So let me take the help of horizontal levels. If you see, the particular level 156 in itself is arranged according to the horizontal level. According to the horizontal level. So actually, I am using vertical levels, but alongside I am also using horizontal level to arrange the levels internally. That means if I see the horizontal level, it is on level 0. Obviously, this is vertical, this is horizontal, right? This is on level 1. This is again on level 1. This is on level 2. 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 This is level 3 and this is level 3. Now if I get that 4 is present on the level number 2, 2 is present on the level number 1, 8 is present on the level number 3, then it is possible for me to arrange this 2 comma 8 on the basis of level in the increasing sorted order. That 2 is actually coming before 8 because 2's horizontal level is less than 8. So what have we discussed up till now? Vertical levels gives us the groupings, but the horizontal level gives us the, what do it gives? The order of above formed groupings, right? I hope I am clear. Vertical level order is actually giving us 4 is in one group, 2 comma 8 is one group, 156 is one group, 3 comma 9 is one group, 7 is one group, but horizontal level is actually telling us that 1 5 exists in the same order. It cannot be 165 or 561, etc., right? Okay, so both of the levels are important. I do not know about vertical levels yet, but I do know how to get the horizontal level in place. Why? Because I have studied about level order traversal, right? I have studied about level order traversal. That is your answer. If you want horizontal level, just try to apply level order traversal. Just try to apply level order traversal. Let me draw this tree downwards. So this is a tree given to me. Let us do the level order traversal over it. So what is the first requirement for a level order traversal? Let me mark it as a root. First requirement is to make a queue. To make a queue, right? Now, in the level or traversal, we actually used to store nodes only because that would do our work. But this is modified problem. We want the vertical level and horizontal level both. In many previous problems, we have carried horizontal level with us. But in the case of vertical, we have not done anything else. So what can I do? In the case of Q, I can push 3 values. The node itself, its horizontal value, its vertical value. Is it possible for me? What I'm doing is I'm pushing the node, I'm pushing its horizontal value, I'm pushing its vertical value, right? So what will happen? One is at horizontal level 0 as well as vertical level 0. So push it 1 comma 0 comma 0, right? 1 comma 0 comma 0, pushed it. Now I want to remove it. I will pop it out. I have 1 0 0 in my hand. Now what should I do of these zeros and this one, right? I have to store somewhere. Now as you can see, in the case of level or traversal, we were actually pushing it into the answer array, but we cannot do here. But we cannot do that here. Why? Because we remember the vertical or traversal looks something like this. It was starting from 4, it went to 2 comma 8, then it went to 1, and then it covered 5 comma 6, then it went to 3 comma 9, and then it went to 7. So you can see that root is not coming first. We have our first node popped out of the queue as root, but that is not coming at the first instance. It is coming at the third instance, to be fair. So what I have to do? I have to store it somewhere. I have to store it somewhere. See, things are building up on the basis of intuition only. If you try to build your home brick by brick, it will be built beautifully. Don't try to jump on conclusions, right? Okay, so I have seen that 1 was not on the first value, so I cannot use 1 directly in my answer. I have to store somewhere. And what is better to store in a map? Why? Why a map? So if I take you upside, you can see that this traversal, Vertical level order traversal was -2. Vertical level of 4 was -2. And you can see that -2 is the smallest value. -2 is the smallest value. And because -2 is smallest value, 4 was coming here, right? Smallest value of the vertical level, right? Then second smallest, that is -1. After that, -1 was coming. Then third smallest, that is 0. After that, 0 is coming. Then fourth smallest, that is 1. That is coming. And seventh is the largest, that is coming at last. So what is actually happening? We are actually giving the answer in the case of sorted order according to the vertical level. Again an insight, giving answer on the basis of sorted order of vertical levels. Again an insight, right? This is an important point, right? So what I'm using a map, because like unordered maps just stores. They are not in a sorted order, but map stores in the order. And why am I using a map? I'm not using any vector or etc. Why? First thing is sorted. Second thing is it can keep multiple entities to it. It can keep multiple entities to it, because 2 comma 8 will be stored against -1, 4 will be stored against -2, and these 3 will be stored against 0. So 0 is storing 3 entities, 1 comma 2, right? Something like that is happening. We know the final answer. We are just figuring out the algorithm, right? So we have figured two three things here. We have to store horizontal level, we have to store vertical level, and for each horizontal and vertical we have to store a multiple elements. We have to store multiple elements. We have to store multiple elements. Why? You can say the h comma v will be unique always. No, if you see for 5 comma 6, h comma v are same, h comma v are same, so we have to store them. Now there is also confusion now at 5 comma 6. If you see 5 comma 6 are actually occurring at the same moment. 5 comma 6 have to be presented in a sorted order, have to be presented in a sorted order. This is first point. Second point, it is nowhere mentioned in the comments, it is nowhere mentioned in the question that duplicates cannot be present. Duplicates can be present. Duplicates can be present. So what I am trying to say is that 5 comma 6 cannot be stored in a set. They have to be stored using a multi-set, because multi-sets gives you the answer in the sorted order, as well as it stores the duplicates as well, right? Okay, so what will you do? You will say that after you push 1 comma 0 comma 0 pop 1 comma 0 comma 0 out of the queue, you will say that suppose this is your h, this is your v, right? Against 0 comma 0 store 1, against 0 comma 0 store 1. Now go towards the left child of 1, go towards the left child of 1, that is 2, and go towards the right child of 1, that is 3. So what will you do? You will push second node. Now because you are going left, your vertical level will be -1, so 0 will become -1, and your horizontal level, because you are going down, it will increment, right? And for the right node, 3 here, and because you are going right, it will be incremented. So 0 plus 1 gives me 1, and because you are going down, so 0 plus 1 gives me 1. You write 3, you pop out 2 comma 1 comma -1. So 2 comma 1 comma -1. Again, make an entry in the map. So horizontal level 1, vertical level -1, and the node is 2, right? This entry is not done right now. This entry is done. Before removing this entry, you have to check for its left as well as right. You have to check for its left as well as right, right? So what will you do? You will say something like this. For 2's left, that is 4. You are going again towards the left. That is -2 is the vertical level, but you are going down. So plus 2, right? And similarly for the left child, 5 will be pushed, right? Because -1 plus 1 gives me 0, so vertical level is 0, but it is going down, so 2, right? Then your work for 2 is done. Now you pop out 3 comma 1 comma 1. You write 3 comma 1 comma 1 here. For 1 comma 1 you make an entry 3. For 1 comma 1 you make an entry 3, and you push 6 and 7 into the queue. So you push 6 with the value. Now 3's vertical level was 1. You are going towards left, so 1 minus 1 gives me 0, and you're going downwards, so that is 2. And for 7 it will be 7 and 2 comma 2, obviously justified, right? Now I will pop 4 comma 2 comma -2. It is done for 2 -2, right? For 4 you will make 2 comma -2 entry and store 4 here, right? And 4 is done because it doesn't have a left or a right, right? Then you will pop out 5 comma 2 comma 0, 5 comma 2 comma 0. You will make an entry, so 2 0 will store 5, 2 0 will store 5, and when you store 5 you will have to store 8 as well. So let me write down an entry here. I'm writing it here. So 8 will be stored along with 2, so it will become 3, but 0, I'm going left, it will become -1, right? Again, this is done. Pop out 6 comma 2 comma 0, 6 2 0. Now it is an interesting case because 2 comma 0 already exists, so we'll store alongside it. You will store alongside it, and then you will remove it by adding 9. So before removing it, just add 9. So 9 comma, vertical level increases, so 3, and it is going towards right, so 3 comma 1. Again, you pop out 7 comma 2 comma 2 to write 2 2 and the 7 node. For 8 comma 3 comma 1, 3 minus 1 8. For 9 comma 3 comma 1, you will write 3 1 9. This is your map. This is your map. The 6 is also included. This is your map after your whole level or a traversal, right? Quite a work. Now, how to get the values into the vector? That is easy, right? That is easy. First of all, let us see that how was map looking like. So we were storing int for vertical, int for horizontal, and multi-set of int for nodes. So what is it looking like? And we are using map, not another map. So map of int, comma, map of int, comma again, multi-set of int. Now how many angle brackets? 1 2 and 3. So 1 2 and 3, and let us name it as MP only, right? That is a convention, right? That is it. Now make a note, this should be the vertical level. Why? Because our first priority is to arrange them sorted order in the case of vertical, then arrange them sorted order in the case of horizontal, and then give the sorted order according to the multi-set. So first int is for vertical, second is int is for horizontal. You have to take note of that, right? You have to take note of that. Now what will you do? Let us say it will be something like this. So for auto a from MP, right, you will have to create a vector of vector int answer, vector of vector int answer, right? And now for each vertical you will have to create another vector. So vector int, let us say cur, that stands for current by the way, right? For auto amp, now a dot second contains this value, so again traverse. So for auto b in a dot second, right, this is a dot second. Now b dot second contains this multiset. So for auto c in b dot second, now c contains the values we want. So cur dot push back c, close all the loops, and before closing the last loop, the outermost loop, just push into the answer. So answer dot push back current, and then close the last loop also and return answer successfully. Return answer, right? I hope this works fine. I hope you are obviously intrigued by the solution. You are not fumbled anywhere, right? I hope you get all the algorithm points, why we are using a map, why we are using a multi-set, why we are using horizontal as well as vertical, right? So it has taken a lot of effort from me also, right? So let us move to the code and just finish the video really quick. So this is the lead code platform I am using. Let me zoom it in. Right now, our first requirement is to create a map. So map of int with map of int with multi-set. So multi-set, and it is storing int values. So close it and name it empty. Another requirement is to create a queue. So queue of pair of first will be tree node star with the pair of int comma int. Right. Let us name it as q. Now, if my root is not null, then q dot push. What do we push? We push the node first, that is a root. Along with that, the horizontal and vertical. So I'm pushing vertical, then horizontal. So 0 comma 0 for both. And now just start. So while my queue is not empty, I have to do certain things. Firstly, I will pop something out. So tree node star current node is q dot front dot first. Correct? After that, int vertical, let us name it as vert only, is equals to q dot front dot second dot first, right? Now int horizontal, let us name it as horiz equals to q dot front dot second, and then q dot pop. Now we have to deal with it. So first assign into the map. So MP of vertical along with its horizontal equals dot insert. Why insert? Because we are using a multiset node value, because we don't need any other thing other than value in the answer array. Now if node does have a left child, if now node's left child is not null, what do? We say q dot push that node left along with, it will be 0. Now vertical level is, because we are going towards left, it will be -1. So vertical -1, and horizontal level is obviously +1. Horizontal will always be +1 because we are going down only, right? It is not possible in the case of binary tree to go upwards. Node right, then q dot push node right along with vertical +1 now, because we are going towards right one. So horizontal +1, right? And now this completes my map. Now I have to create my answer. So vector of vector int answer, and now for auto a in MP, for auto b in a dot second, and now for auto c in b dot second. So this is actually the multiset. Now to insert, we have to create a vector here. So vector of int, let us say cur, and now say cur dot push back c, c, right? And after the innermost two loops, that is these both loops which are selected, we have to just push into the answer. So answer dot push back the cur, right? And then afterwards, after this whole thing finishes, you return your answer and wait for an accepted result. Let us try to run it. It will run fine, I guess. Oh, again there is an error. What is the error? Okay, so I have missed one curly braces. Let us try again. Hope it will work fine this time and will not give an error. It is working fine for the sample test cases, and it should work fine for the submission as well, and it is getting accepted. So thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you liked it, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thank you. Have a nice day.